If you're in sales, telephone skills are incredibly important. And phone sales right now, or telesales, is at an all-time high because of what's happening in the world that's limiting the face-to-face interactions that we're having with clients. So in this video, you're going to learn the biggest telephone sales mistakes that you're probably making so you can stop doing them, which will immediately increase your conversion rate, the time people spend on the phone with you, your overall closing, and the money that you'll make as well. You definitely want to stick around for number 5, especially if you want to laugh a little bit. If this sounds good to you, click that like button and let's get into it. The first phone sales mistake that you could be making is that you're not getting to the point fast enough. I'll give you an example. Hi. How are you? Good. How are you? Good, thanks. Okay, my name is Mona. I'm calling about... Oh, I'm already bored. On top of being bored, I'm irritated because you're taking too long to even remotely tell me why you're calling. Get to the point as fast as possible. Now, the best salespeople, if you're cold calling, you will be able to get to the point as fast as possible. That's what I teach in my training. But to take it one step further, let's say this is somebody that you have spoken to before and you've developed some kind of rapport with them. What I recommend that you do, which is much more effective, and just think about this, if you've ever had somebody call you that gets straight to the point, literally without even greeting you, how much more fun that phone call is. What I recommend is that you skip the greeting altogether. Again, if you know them and you've had some kind of connection or you discussed something before. So a quick example of this is if you have a client or a prospect even that you were able to keep them on the phone, let's say last week, and they told you maybe that they dealt with a very difficult client. And when you call them this week, you don't even say hi, you don't even say their name. But as soon as they answer the phone, the first thing you say is, so how many difficult customers did you have walk into your store this week? Right there, that's going to relax them. They're going to be more familiar with you. They're going to like the fact that you jumped into the middle of the conversation and you actually brought up something that maybe they were telling you because they were irritated last week, but you're bringing it up in a way where it's a joke. And people love to laugh, but I'm going to talk more about that in a minute. So get to the point as fast as possible, always. The second mistake that you can be making is if you are not mirroring and matching your customer's tone and their speed of speaking on the call. I mentioned this in my other video. I will link it right here. And I'll put it in the description below so you can learn a little bit more about that. Mirror and matching is it's actually a very advanced technique, but it allows you to get on the same level as that prospect. So on a psychological level, that prospect will think, wow, this person is just like me. People like to buy from people that are just like them. And the simplest way to do this, especially when you're in telesales or you're doing phone sales, is as soon as you hear their tone of voice, you immediately adjust your tone of voice so it matches theirs. And you do the same thing with the speed. So think back to when somebody's called you for something and they were speaking maybe very slowly and you were speaking a bit quickly because you were in a rush or you wanted to get to the point and they were taking too long and you just felt irritated, you weren't on the same page, it just wasn't a good fit. You could probably, if you really think hard enough, you could probably come up with a bunch of these examples, right? Don't do that. Mirror and match their tone and their speed as soon as you hear what they sound like. It also helps you build rapport. The third mistake that you can be making is not ending all of your speaking in a question. This is one of the things that I teach religiously in my sales trainings. Anytime you're speaking with a prospect, whether it's in person or over the phone, especially over the phone, you need to end everything that you say in a question. I learned this from one of my favorite managers. It became such a habit that he would ask random questions at the end of every statement, like, you see what I did there? Like, are you okay with that? You see where I'm going with that? So when you end all of your speaking in a question, this will do a few things. The first thing it will do is it will eliminate all the awkward pauses that usually happen on a phone call. And the second thing it will do is it will keep you in control of that conversation so that the prospect is answering the questions and talking about the things that you want to know. The fourth mistake that a lot of sales reps make is stopping in strange and awkward places. I'll give you an example. If you stop speaking after you introduce yourself. Hi, this is Mona from ABC. Why would you stop speaking there? But a lot of sales reps do. It's almost as though they feel like the customer should be like, oh my God, thank you so much for calling. I can't believe you called me. This is my lucky day. Nobody's ever gonna say that. Why would you stop speaking there? It's such an awkward place to stop speaking. So don't stop in such a strange place. You wanna, again, go back to number one, you wanna get to the point as fast as possible. Another strange place to stop speaking is after you say the purpose of your call, but you don't ask a question. So for example, if you say, I'm calling to set up a meeting. Again, why would you stop speaking there? Again, are you expecting the customer or the prospect to say, yes, a meeting with you? All right. They're never gonna say that. They're literally never gonna say that. Please stop pausing in such weird places. All it's actually going to do is irritate the customer. That's what it will actually do. Number 5, this mistake is probably the most common, and that is you are not incorporating humor. Humor is one of the best telesales techniques that I teach, and if you are a naturally funny person, this is a huge advantage for you. Humor is something that people crave. They want to laugh because laughter is relaxing. If you can incorporate that, whether it's through sarcasm, telling actual jokes, however you want to incorporate it, but do incorporate it somehow, you will be able to take your phone sales to the next level, because not only does it relax the prospect, but it will keep them on the phone longer, and it will make them look forward to speaking with you next time. A lot of sales reps have an issue where they can't get a hold of that prospect, and that's simply because they were making a lot of these mistakes and there was no humorous element. So that prospect actually has no reason to look forward to your call. The funnier you can be without being weird, don't be weird, the higher your sales will be. It's really that simple. The 6th mistake that you could be making is that you're staying on the phone too long. This is something very common among especially rookie salespeople, because we're taught to just talk, and this is the wrong way of sales. And especially with telesales, you want to be able to get to the point very quickly, be succinct, and you almost have to look at it like dating, or you have to almost be mysterious and not be overbearing. If you talk them to death, do you think they're gonna wanna take your call next time? Do you think they're gonna want to spend another 10, 15, 20 minutes with you on the phone next time when it could have been a 3 or 5 minute phone call? No, of course not. Less is actually more. You could check this video out right here. This will explain more about how you can have a very nice length of conversation with a prospect where you are not doing most of the talking. It's something called the 80-20 rule, which is one of my favorite rules that will set you apart from a lot of other phone sales reps or salespeople in general. If you like this video, click the like button, make sure you subscribe as well so you don't miss the next video, and I'll see you next time.